I keep telling myself I'm gonna stop recording videos and I'm gonna get my clinical notes done, but I too many good topics running around in my mind. Okay, uh, have you had it with the family court system? Well, I certainly have. Uh, I talk about this all the time. If you're new here, my name's Scott Carter. I'm a licensed therapist. I do a lot of family work. I do a lot of work with teenagers. I do parenting. I do high conflict parenting. I end up in the middle of custody issues. I've taken court cases. I've been assigned by the court to do various things. I've worked with lawyers, guardian ad litems, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And and so if you're new here, and if you are very, very sensitive to the criticism of family lawyers and judges, you may. I'm gonna count to three, give you a chance to click out of here and go watch something else. One, two. Okay, yeah. So if you want to ask me a question, if you want to send me a viewer question, check out the email address in the description below. You can really help me out too if you hit the tip jar. If you like my content, hit the tip jar. It will enable me to keep videos going like this for free. And I'm strongly considering moving my content to a paid platform. This is honestly some of the best advice that money can buy, and I'd like to keep it free. Um, I can't do it forever, frankly. I just can't, but it would really help me out if people would send me a little bit of gratuity. Also, check out my other channel. Link is in the description below. Wisdom and Brews. It's where a little bit more light-hearted topics and personal empowerment and spirituality. Okay, so let's get into this. When will we get so fed up with family court that we will demand some change? Now, it is exactly July 31st of 2020, and 2020 as a year as a whole is a complete dumpster fire. There, unfortunately, much bigger fish to fry in society than the broken and horribly flawed family court system. The family court system is an absolute joke, but I'm making this video because I want to start the conversation. I know there are so many people out there that have had such a poor and bad and negative experience with lawyers and judges and the the attorneys, the commissioners, all those guys. They are a nightmare. Guardian ad litems, they are a nightmare to deal with. Guardian ad litems, frankly, for the most part, are blowhardy, big-headed jerks who care more about grandstanding in court and inflating their own sense of self-importance than actually protecting the kids. I've loaded these guys up with information and recommendations, and they run off to court and grandstand and do something else entirely because they like flexing their muscles and showing how powerful and great they are. I can't stand them. Again, lawyers, you have family lawyers, basically zero training in child psychology or family science, none. They graduate to be guardian ad litems, commissioners, and judges. There is zero standards of practice in family court, none. They and even on the books, like if it says this is a 50-50 state, maybe initially, but which I guess is the only. There's basically only two standards as far as I can tell in family court. One is that some states sort of have a 50-50 type policy. Two, and this is the only policy, basically standard of practice that I found from family court that I actually support, and that is that they don't put kids on the witness stand. Thank goodness, okay? That would be an absolute dumpster fire. And there are lawyers that would do it. You better believe there are lawyers out there that will drag your kid onto the stand and hang him out to dry. 14 years old on the witness stand, could you imagine? What a nightmare. You better believe there are lawyers that would sign on to that in a heartbeat. They are... Some of these people are total scumbags. There's no standards of practice. There's no book. You can take a giant stack of evidence, drop it on the bench for the judge or the commissioner to look at, and they can still do whatever they want. They can hold you in contempt because they don't like the color of your shirt. They make decisions that are completely nonsensical, arbitrary, and just flat out stupid. There's no oversight. There's no accountability. I've seen people get completely screwed, and in court, even after dropping multiple 3-inch binders. Hey, this is what I'm dealing with. That's nice. I'm going to do what I'm going to do instead. There's no accountability, and basically the person is left, tens of thousands of dollars in debt from their attorney and court fees, and they ask their lawyer after this whole decision has been made, what do we do next? And the lawyer's like, well, we could appeal it. Well, guess what? You're looking at another year and more money. Enough. Enough is enough. This is a joke. Family court and the lawyers, they get paid tons and tons of money for decimating your family, for dragging the kids through the mud. It's criminal. It's criminal, and unfortunately, it has to exist. People are not reasonable when it comes to divorce and custody, so the court is forced to exist. But I want to start the conversation with a lot of people out there. When will enough be enough? When will they start banding together and forming coalitions and demanding standards of practice? When will they start demanding that lawyers have greater accountability, or judges or commissioners have greater accountability? When will people demand that commissioners and judges be held accountable if they break the rules? But here's the problem. There's no rules. They do whatever they want. It's the Wild West. It's total anarchy. It's crazy that we trust our family's futures in the hands of these monsters. I really don't like family court. Really don't like them. So let's start the conversation, folks. When will enough people get mad and start banding together and writing their local politicians and demanding that family court actually have some standards of practice? We got to start the conversations, everybody. So I definitely want to hear what people think. Comment in the section below. To me, one of the places to start would be to just start demanding that the law incorporate standards of practice for family court based on child psychology, child development, and family systems. Okay. So again, please leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Definitely follow me, subscribe, because enough is enough, man. Enough is enough. Thanks again for watching. So hopefully maybe one day we can make a difference in this regard. Okay, take care.